Welcome back to another episode of Quick Picks with the Geek. I am your host, Bro Power the Geek. All right, folks, coming up next, we've got a classic. The veteran versus the prospect, aka Michael Johnson versus Daniel Zellhuber, or as I like to call it, The Menace Meets the Golden Boy, which sounds like a rejected buddy cop movie from the early 2000s. One of these men has fought everyone from Khabib to Gaethje. The other one still needs Google Maps to find the top 15. Let's break it down. Michael, the Menace Johnson, coming in as a plus 400 underdog with a record of 23-19. Now listen, 23-19 might not look pretty, but Johnson's record is basically the MMA version of a great band that just never went platinum. The guy's beaten Tony Ferguson, knocked out Dustin Poirier, and at one point had Khabib doing the stanky leg, briefly before getting taken to the Dagestani Dungeon of Doom. Johnson is fast, like punch you before you finish a sentence fast. His hand speed is legendary, and his counter-striking is smooth. We're talking pull counter left hook into rear hand thunder. If you throw a naked leg kick at him, he might just snap back with a three-piece combo and ask if you want fries with that concussion. The issue? He's kind of the guy who wins the first 8 minutes of every fight, and then gets submitted by a guy who hasn't attempted a takedown in 3 years. Johnson's career is a greatest hits album mixed with baffling losses you didn't see coming. His fight IQ sometimes takes a quick nap at the worst moments. And don't mention wrestling, if you even hint at a double leg, Johnson's body language starts dialing 911. He's 38 years old now, and while he's still got pop and footwork, you get the feeling he's on that just one more paycheck coach part of his run. Daniel Golden Boy Zellhuber, coming in as a minus 575 favorite with a record of 15-2. Zellhuber's got the nickname, the reach, and the hair of a guy who should be hosting a cooking show in Mexico City, but he fights like someone who watches Israel Adesanya highlights at half speed and takes notes. At 6'1", with a 77-inch reach, he's built like an NBA shooting guard fighting in a division full of hobbits. His jab comes from a different postal code, and his kicks? Let's just say they're long enough to hit you, even if you're watching from home. He likes to pick you apart at range, slice you up with knees, and punish you for stepping inside the danger zone. And don't sleep on the ground game. He's a BJJ black belt with slick subs like calf slicers and anaconda chokes. So if Johnson tries to grapple just to break the rhythm, there's a good chance he ends up tied in a knot like headphone cords in your gym bag. Now, to be fair, Zellhuber has been tested. He lost his UFC debut to Trey Ogden, which was like seeing the new iPhone crash while sending a text. But give the man credit. He took that loss seriously, switched camps, improved, and looked better every time out since. He's young, coachable, and clearly evolving. You like to see it. That said, the wrestling issue is real. Fighters who can mix in takedown threats and feints have found success. But Johnson is not exactly going to turn into Armin Tsarukyan overnight, so let's not overthink it. So, who wins? Well, this is a classic matchup of crafty old dog versus shiny new toy. If Johnson can land one of his lightning-fast counters, he could drop Zellhuber and turn this whole breakdown into a blooper reel. He's got the hands to hurt anybody, and he's dangerous even late into fights if he stays focused. If he can bait Zellhuber into a brawl and disrupt that long, clean rhythm, things get interesting real fast. But if Zellhuber keeps this at range, uses that jab, mixes in kicks, and doesn't get greedy, he'll style on Johnson like he's doing a striking tutorial on UFC 5. And if Johnson gets tired or desperate, that BJJ black belt could become a big factor late. Official pick, Daniel Zellhuber, by decision. I think Johnson gives him some problems early. He's too experienced and too fast not to land some slick shots in the first round. But Zellhuber's reach, volume, cardio, and discipline should carry him over the course of 15 minutes. Expect Johnson to have moments, but Zellhuber to have the win. Unless, of course, Johnson decides it's one of those nights where he just remembers how good he used to be and throws hands, like it's 2016 again. If you enjoyed this, go ahead and smash that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss a beat when the next video drops. And don't be shy. Leave a comment below and let me know who you got winning this fight. Let's see who really has the crystal ball around here. Until next time.